Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with the groceries. What have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that's a great job. Pelosi tells you, go home. You're job locked. I don't blame him. He's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best in business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
You have no idea what caused this accident. And to use that as a means of supporting the Last Amendment, support it if you want to. But don't use this tragedy in that way. It was beneath you.
Continuing to divest from safety and training of personnel is a lack of priorities when we are in fact at the same time increasing subsidies away from safety of passengers and the American people to special interests. That is the point that I was making.
Would the gentleman yield?
I will.
That's not what you said. You tied it directly to an accident and a tragedy that happened last night and suggested because we hadn't funded it, that's what caused that accident, and you have no idea what caused it, and that's a shame.
Are you really going to ask such a stupid question? Listen, they started this yesterday. It's all about funding. Well, obviously, it's not about funding. The train was going twice the speed limit. Adequate funds were there.
Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. I told you yesterday this was going to happen. I told you this. I said they're going to all start talking about the budget. There's not enough money in the budget. This is what the problem is, the budget. And I said to you yesterday, that's not the truth. First of all, they're going to argue that. They're going up the wrong road because there's plenty of money. There's so much waste, it's incredible. They don't have to. They're planning right now to spend another $53 billion over the next 6 years on these stupid railroads, especially the high-speed rail system we don't need. I mean, shouldn't we focus on replacing the 100-year-old rail? We have rails in these tracks that are 100 years old. We have bridges that are 100 years old that these trains are going over. Shouldn't we work on that before we're talking about a train going 700 miles an hour, whatever they want to do? Look, in Europe and in Japan, where they have the high-speed rail, they weren't facing what we faced. After World War II, we went in and rebuilt all of their trains. We built all their rail. We built their systems for it. We kept it up. It's modern. I remember when I went to Germany, I couldn't believe the rail system. It was incredible. Incredible. Matter of fact, you never even saw any graffiti. That's what got me. You never saw any graffiti on the walls. Unbelievable. But my point is that, as I said yesterday, this is where they're going to go. They're going to go with this budget thing. Now, the Democrats want money. And, of course, the representative, the Republican, Steve Simpson, he's making that point, that you should be ashamed of yourself. He's talking to Steve Israel and saying, here you are talking about increasing the budget. What they're talking about, I says, $50 billion. This is crazy. And Bonner's got it right. This is about a guy that was going too fast. He was probably drunk or on cocaine. That's another thing. I don't understand why they just make it simple. You don't need to spend millions and millions of dollars on all these safety switches and all this stuff. When a guy is going to go into the cockpit of the airplane to fly you somewhere, or he's going into the cockpit of the train, let them take a breathalyzer test. Let them take a drug test right before they get into that cockpit. Wouldn't that make sense? How long would that take? You got to come in 2 hours before, and let's drug test you. I think if they did that, the guy would be alive. They don't have to spend another $50 billion. Now they're going to come up and spend all this money because this guy was going too fast. It was probably, you'll find he's on dope or something. It's just stupid. So it's unbelievable. Just crazy.
We have got to get our elected officials to begin to focus on a September 10th mindset where we are ahead of the game rather than behind the game. Americans are sick and tired of always being reactive to a problem rather than being ahead. It's easy to come out today and find all the excuses we need to be addressing something. For 6 years, those folks in Washington have not put a transportation plan together.
Yeah, and what they're going to say, we have to taste these mistakes and learn. How many times do you hear that from these politicians, both Republican and Democrats? We now got to we got to learn from these mistakes. They never learn from the mistakes. Why? Because they just throw money at the mistakes. That's what they do. They don't learn from them. They throw money at them. That's what they're doing. It's just like the war on poverty. This war on poverty has been going on for 50 years, 51 now. And there is more people in poverty today than back in 1964 when the war began. There's 48 million people in poverty today, than back then we had 36 million. That's after spending trillions of dollars. I think it's like $16 trillion what we have spent on this war. And where did all this money go? We still have more poverty. 16 trillion. But Obama, again, he was in Washington. He was speaking the other day about poverty.
The poverty rate, when you take into account tax and transfer programs, has been reduced about 40% since 1967.
That is not true.
In every low-income community around the country.
That is not true. Go look it up yourself. Poverty has not decreased. It hasn't gone down. It's gone up. God, this guy can't tell the truth, can he?
The best anti-poverty program is a job.
Well, give him a job then.
We don't make those same common investments that we used to, and it's had an impact. And we shouldn't pretend that somehow we have been making those same investments. We haven't been. And there's been a very specific ideological push not to make those investments.
What's he talking about? What's he nuts?
I think the effort to suggest that the poor are sponges, leeches, don't want to work, are lazy, are undeserving, got traction. And look, it's still being propagated. I mean, I have to say that, if you watch Fox News on a regular basis, it is a constant menu. They will find, like, folks who make me mad. I don't know where they find them, right? They're all like, I don't want to work. I just want a free Obama phone or whatever. And that becomes an entire narrative, right? That gets worked up. And you very rarely do you hear an interview of a waitress, which is much more typical, who's raising a couple of kids and is doing everything right, but still can't pay the bills.
Now, again, he said that we're not spending enough money for poverty. What's he talking about? We're not spending these. We're continuing to spend even more. Welfare spending has increased 16-fold under the sky. What's he talking about? $3.5 trillion is what we spent on these poverty programs so that people won't work. He says they're not lazy. Are you kidding? He's lazy.
Laziness.
You're lazy?
You know, it's interesting. There is a deep down underneath all the work I do, I think there's a laziness in me.
Yeah, and he keeps saying, well, you know, Fox News is putting out a narrative. It's all Fox fault that the people that are poor are lazy. He makes them lazy. It's his programs. He makes them comfortable. He doesn't create jobs for people. He disincentivizes work. How many times, remember the job lock? He said, why should you, if you're poor, don't go to work. We're going to give you the health insurance for nothing. Go home and practice the violin. And he has the nerve to come out and lie and say that we're not putting in the same investments that we did in the past when we reached $3.5 trillion. $3.5 trillion. And we're and $486 billion we had to go borrow from the Chinese. What's he talking about? We'll be right back with some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They are savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses interactivebroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information and be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebrokers.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB Universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings? Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel on youtube.com. Attention listeners, join Phil's Gang's Phil Grande Wednesday, May 27th from 6 to 8 p.m. in support of Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight's campaign for a third term in office. Wear your flip-flops and join Phil for this casual event at 2919 Pony Lane in Sarasota, located in the Old Forest Lakes. That's Wednesday, May 27th from 6 to 8 p.m. in support of Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight's campaign. Get more information by email, tomknightforsheriff@gmail.com or call 941-312-1817, 941-312-1817.
Or you can go to my website, philsgang.com. All the information is right there. And if you want to donate, all the information is there how to donate. Again, just go to my site, philsgang.com, for all the information on Sheriff Knight and how to make your donation, okay? All right. You know, we're talking about the poor. He says that it's Fox who's to blame for that narrative that they're poor, they're sponges, they're lazy. Well, a lot of them are. A lot of them are. Why? Because Obama's policies have made them lazy. It's that simple. Why go to work? How many times you heard, I can make more money on welfare if I know the system than going and getting a job, part-time job or a full-time job, even a full-time job, a minimum wage. Obama has created a culture of laziness by doing what he promised, transforming this country into a gigantic welfare state instead of providing jobs. He's not providing jobs. People say, well, look at all the jobs he created. They're lousy jobs. They're part-time. And it's the part-time jobs that pushes you into poverty. But nobody mentions that. That's right. It's poverty. It's the part-time jobs that push you into poverty. For heaven's sake, since January 2009, the country has added a net total of 270,000 high-paying jobs. That's it. That's it. And those jobs are $58,000 to $78,000 a year jobs. That's what they added. 270,000. That's full-time, good-paying jobs. But he's added, let's compare that to the 2.1 million part-time jobs that pay $17,000 to $28,000. So let's think about this. 270,000 jobs that pay $58,000 to $78,000. And then he did another 2.1 million. They're part-time, $17,000 to $28,000. What are you talking about? He is the one who is creating this culture of laziness. He provides, instead of jobs, he provides money, he provides goods, he provides services to these people living in poverty to make them comfortable. He gives them hands out, not a hand up. Food stamps have increased 72 times faster than jobs under this president. It's amazing. Let's go to the stock market.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Okay, today we're up 190 points on the stock market right now. But again, we continue to stay in this tight range. It's about a 4% range. And now it's going back to the top of the range. It gets back to the top of the range, goes back to the bottom of the range. We're caught in this range because we don't have a catalyst to break out. And the catalysts that we need are good paying jobs. That's what we need. Now, what's driving us higher are the profits of these companies. And you hear them say the profits are historical. They're historical highs. But the profits aren't coming from sales. They're coming from cutting people, getting rid of labor. There's the problem. Cut. And technology. People aren't getting their jobs back because technology has taken the place. Just go to Home Depot. Look at the computers at the checkouts. Go to the airline. See the same thing at the airport. So we have a problem where our country is not growing. Our GDP is pathetic at 2% each year. We should be at 6 and 7%. We're not growing because we're not creating jobs. Why aren't we creating jobs? Because we don't have enough investment. There's not enough investment. You need private investment. But why would you invest in this country when you can go to every other country and have favorable tax rates? Why would you develop a company here? And now it's going to get worse with the new trade agreement they have. The Trans-Pacific Partnership. NAFTA has made people poor. It's NAFTA that's made people poor, made people go into poverty. When you send over 15 million people overseas, 15 million jobs overseas, it makes you poor. Think about that. 5 million jobs, NAFTA created overseas. But guess what? You have to multiply that by 3. It's a multiplier effect. Pathetic, isn't it? So, in retirement, it's getting harder and harder. You know, people always ask me, how much money do I need, Phil, to retire? And all these planners have these fancy formulas. I have all these fancy formulas, all these planners, these stupid formulas. Unbelievable. You ever read some of these formulas these planners have? They're ridiculous. To determine how much money you need to retire. They give you these different schedules. By the time you're 35, and that's when you first start thinking about retiring, well, you're a little too late then. You should be thinking about retiring like they do in Germany when they get out of high school. And that's what they teach in Germany. And they give you all these formulas. You'll hear all kinds of complicated formulas. But I have one easy one to remember. How much money you need? As much as you can make. As much as you can make. And the problem in this country is any planner sits down with you when you're ready to retire, it's always about cut. Remember how they used to say, well, just take 5% of your money that you have set aside each month and you'll be fine. Then they cut it to 4%, now it's 3%, now it's 2%. You're not fine. They keep telling you to cut. So you work your whole life for 35 years, and then when you retire, you got to cut. What, are you crazy? I love these formulas they give you. I'll give you a formula when I get back. We'll call it 8 times what you make to retire. Hey, we'll be right back after this break, and I will go over a formula with you. How much money you really need to retire so you're not in poverty, but you need a job.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Luann, and I'm from New York and a very appreciative gang member. Thank you again, Phil. I've been a Phil's gang member for 3 weeks now, and I've learned a lifetime of information, facts, clarity, confidence, and stock trading skills. Thanks again for all your teachings, Phil. Because of you, I'm applying myself and taking my future in my own hands.
To find out more information on Phil's Gang, just go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Move over. TD Ameritrade and Scottrade. There's a new leader in the pack of the finest trading platforms in the country. That's right, Phil's Easy Trade platform, designed by professional traders, and is why it's so easy to navigate, so easy to execute, and includes the most important and advanced features that give both professional and novice traders the edge they would expect. So simplistic, so stealth-like to assist you in building your profit center. For information on Phil's Easy Trade platform, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG.
That's right, folks. philsgang.com now offers a stock trading and investing platform. This unique platform is fast and designed for performance with the integration with PTT1 and PTT2 stock charts. It will also be tailored to the way that Phil's Gang teaches you in class. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Luann, and I'm from New York and a very appreciative gang member. Thank you again, Phil. I've been a Phil's gang member for 3 weeks now, and I've learned a lifetime of information, facts, clarity, confidence, and stock trading skills. Thanks again for all your teachings, Phil. Because of you, I'm applying myself and taking my future in my own hands.
To find out more information on Phil's Gang, just go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com, or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
A free market is perfectly compatible with also us making investment in good public schools, public universities, investments in public parks. If we do those things, the values and the character that those kids are learning, they're less likely to get pregnant as teens and less likely to engage in drugs and less likely to be involved in the criminal justice system. That is a reinforcement of the values and characters that we want. I am a black man who grew up without a father, and I know the cost that I paid for that. And I also know that I had the capacity to break that cycle.
Oh, man, you got lucky. It's all about luck. A lot of it is about luck. But, poor is a mindset. Poor is a mindset. I don't care what anybody says. I've been poor. It's a mindset. You wake up in the morning, you got to get up with the right attitude and say, I'm not going to be poor anymore. I'm not going to be poor. I don't want to be poor. A lot of baseball players, a lot of athletes, a lot of entertainers, a lot of very successful people, lawyers, not lawyers, but a lot of people have done very, very well who are poor, came out of the inner cities. It's a mindset. But you know what the problem is? The problem is that this government, whether it's Republicans or whether it's Democrats are the worst, though. They love people on welfare because they know it's a Democratic vote. It's all about getting the vote. I don't care if there's a Republican president or there's a Democrat president. Both of them are no good because they don't care about the country. The Republicans care about what? The big banks, the big corporations. They give them all kinds of welfare, corporate welfare. The Democrats do what? Their votes come from the poor. You think they care about the poor? They don't care. They care about getting the votes. The Republicans don't care about the corporations. They don't care about the banks. They care about getting funding. It's all about money. And today to retire, it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher. We should start teaching our kids, like they do in Germany, in grade school, that you got to start saving early. Most people don't start saving until they're 35. That's too late. Some don't even think about saving until they're 45 or 50. Then they start thinking about it. Too late. But it's not just savings. What gets me is you've got to, once you start going to planners, the first thing they start telling you, you got to cut this and you got to cut that for your retirement. No, it's about earning money. It's about making money. You got to think about that. You need it to save at least 8 times your ending salary to have enough money to retire, to live the same lifestyle you're accustomed to right now. And very, very few people will ever do that. It's not going to happen. You get all, and it's not going to happen. The 401k is why it's not going to happen. The 401k's fees are making companies richer at the expense of the worker because it was never designed for a retirement account. 401k was a tax law designed for the CEOs. It was for perks that they knew they never had to put money or take any money out of those things. It was for their perks. It was a tax dodge for their perks. And then when the unions, because of NAFTA, broke down, we don't have unions anymore and pensions anymore because we sent all our manufacturing across the pond and the companies couldn't afford the pensions anymore. They duped you into thinking the 401k was a good idea. One guy on Wall Street came up with the idea, why don't we take a mutual fund and stick it into this thing, this tax code, 401k tax code, and we'll call it retirement, and we can make a fortune on it in fees. A fortune on fees. Fees kill you. The 401k will kill you. Fees can cost a medium income, a 200 family, nearly $155,000 in lost savings, and note that will eat up about 1/3 of their investment. That's if they're lucky. Most people pay 2 to 3% in fees. 2%, you lose half. Imagine paying 3%. It was designed to make the companies richer. It was designed to make Wall Street richer. Wall Street was a cottage industry until the 401k came along. When you go down to New York and you see all those big buildings in the financial center, do you think they got those big buildings because they're not making money? Those big buildings came from 401ks. Now, you need to save about 8 times your ending salary. And it's tough to do. So to determine how much money you will need to retire, they'll say to you, well, by the time you're 35, that's when that's when you should really start thinking about retiring. I think it's too late. They start telling you then it's time to save, but you see, that's wrong. Because your mindset is not to save. See, you got to get to these kids in grade school, like they do in Germany, in high school. So when they get out of high school, their mindset is to save. Their mindset is to save. By the time you're 35 years old, your mindset is what? How much can I get from the government? What kind of government program can I get on? That's the mindset. Oh, I'll be okay. The government's going to take care of me. It's too late by the time you're 35 years old to start saving. It's too late. Planners will tell you, you should try to estimate your retirement expenses. How much you think you will spend each year in retirement, including an estimate of taxes you will pay on your retirement income. They suggest to you that you can start by taking a look at your spending habits. Then they say you should adjust them based on things that may increase or decrease your once you retire. How many people will do that by the time they're 35 years old? You're not in a habit of decreasing. You're in a habit, I want it now. The baby boomers are screwed because it's, I want it now. That was their culture. I want it now. They go to a baby boomer and tell them to cut. Are you nuts? That's like, telling somebody to drink kryptonite. How many people think will do that? 1 in 1,000, maybe? I mean, so the problem is the variables. That's the problem. So you don't know how long you're going to live. You don't know how your health is going to be. So even 8 times is not enough because of the variables. Don't listen to these planners. They tell you, figure the variables. Just figure one variable. You're going to get screwed. That's all you got to think about. You're not going to have enough money. You're going to get sick. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just telling you the truth. It's the way life is. The bottom line, that life rarely fits into these precise formulas these stupid planners give you. Remember, planners target group thinkers, not individuals. The average American, or 72% of Americans, only make $58,000 a year before taxes. What kind of retirement you think you're going to have on that? There's our problem. So you got to start thinking like an individual when you're in your 20s. You got to think about being an entrepreneur. You got to stop thinking about being a wage earner. They can give you all these cool formulas, but I'm sorry, you are not going to live the lifestyle that you think you're going to live when you retire if you're on wages. We used to be fine before, when we had unions before NAFTA, and you were a kid, you could quit high school or finish high school, go down to your local factory, you got a beautiful pension, you had a car, you had a nice house, you retired. Things were great back then. Not now. Once they passed this TPP, you're really screwed. I mean, it's amazing. It's about making money. It's not about savings, about cutting. It's not just save. It's not just, well, let's sit down, come in, and I'm your planner, I'm going to sit down, and now you're ready to retire. Let's have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you're going to plan to fail. Ever hear that stupid thing? I hear that stupid statement every Saturday I drive around. If you don't have a plan, then plan to fail. No, your plan is to steal their money, put it in your pocket, so you don't fail, planner. Are you nuts? When we get back, I will give you a formula on what you need to what, at least a target anyways. We'll be right back after this break. Join my gang tonight, Phil's gang. That's what you need to do to retire.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad to say I'm doing very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this 2 months than I have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic, and that's philsgang.com. Obama can't let the stock market go down. You lied about Benghazi. You lied about the AP. You lied about the IRS. You lied. Stop coming out here as a salesman. What's about is personal responsibility and education. Go to any supermarket, go to any store. My God, they got people that are 90 years old pushing out the carts. The last time I was in a supermarket, I took the old man, I put him in the cart. And I wheeled him to my car with the groceries. What have we gotten for stimulus? Trillions of dollars of stimulus. What have we gotten for? $3 trillion directly into the stock market. Lied to everybody, said we're doing that to create jobs. Pelosi tells you, go home. You're job locked. I don't blame him. He's taking a vacation, but stay home and rent some videos. So I care about your financial stability and making money in the stock market. For the best in business news, social, and financial talk, join me, Phil Grande, at Phil's Gang Show, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Listen live at philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil. Attention listeners, join Phil's Gang's Phil Grande Wednesday, May 27th from 6 to 8 p.m. in support of Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight's campaign for a third term in office. Wear your flip-flops and join Phil for this casual event at 2919 Pony Lane in Sarasota, located in the Old Forest Lakes. That's Wednesday, May 27th from 6 to 8 p.m. in support of Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight's campaign. Get more information by email, tomknightforsheriff@gmail.com, or call 941-312-1817, 941-312-1817.
If we can't ask from society's lottery winners to just make that modest investment, then really this conversation is for show. 25 hedge fund managers made more than all the kindergarten teachers in the country. So when I say that, I'm not saying that because I dislike hedge fund managers or I think they're evil. I'm saying that you're paying a lower rate than a lot of folks who are making $300,000 a year. You pretty much have more than you'll ever be able to use and your family will ever be able to use. There's a fairness issue involved here. And by the way, if we were able to close that loophole, I can now invest in early childhood education that will...
Wait a minute. What's he saying? If you work hard and you make this extra money and there's a fairness issue here, what am I going to do with that money? What am I supposed to do with that money, Obama? Are you kidding me? So if I make more than I need, it'd be fair to give to you, so you, the Pentagon, can spend $998,000 shipping 2 19-cent washers from South Carolina to Texas, and $293,000 sending an 89-cent washer from South Carolina to Florida. Is that what you want me to do? Oh, I'll send you my money because it's not fair and I made more and I don't need it, you do. Or how about this? How about I send you that money so that you can spend $25 billion on maintaining all these used federal properties, empty buildings around the country that are just dormant. You don't sell them. I'll send my money to you. Yeah, right. It's unbelievable. Send the money back to the taxpayers. It's our money. It's not yours. And that's why when we get back to retiring, I'll give you a little formula. My formula is you make as much as you can. And if you're a wage earner, take some of that money and learn how to put it in a stock. Don't give it to a broker. Don't give it to a planner. You do it. It's easy. Just join my gang. Do one stock at a time with us. Okay, let's assume you start saving. And the key word is investing. You save and invest. You're 25 years old. You're going to retire at 67. And you're going to live to 92. Let's use that as an assumption. Your salary grows from $40,000 at 25 to, let's say, $73,000 by the time you retire. You defer 6% of your salary at 25, escalate to 12% within 6 years. You receive a 3% company match, right? And take no loans or withdrawals. That's the key. Don't you take any money out of that 401k. Okay, so let's say that's the assumption. Let's assume your investments grow at 5.5% a year. When you retire at 67, assuming you'll spend 85% of your ending salary after taxes and get $1,918 a month in Social Security income, if they're there, if they're still alive and well, based on those assumptions I just gave you, you would need to save $577,000 by the time you're 67 years old, or almost 8 times your ending salary. So this is the savings amount needed to cover $51,000 a year in spending. That's what you're going to need, which is your total estimate annual expense. That's in today's dollars, assuming 85% of your income replacement and subtracting your estimated tax obligations over 25 years in retirement. This is an example I'm giving you. They would actually have saved you $639,236 by the age 67. There you go. So it's 8 times what your ending salary is, what you need. But that is so tough because of the variable. So what do you got to do? You got to put your money to work. You work. Let your money work for you. Let your money work for you. The worst profession in the world is being a dentist. You know why? I don't know why anybody goes to school to become a dentist. Because you've got 2 hands, you only can produce so much. Your hands can only be in one mouth at a time. Don't ever go into a dentist's office where they have 2 or 3 chairs. Are you nuts? Because now he's trying to make more money. And he's buzzing from one chair to the other chair and the other chair, and he leaves your mouth open for 2 hours and puts this clamp in or whatever. Don't ever do that. Don't go to any dentist's office got more, unless they got other dentists working there. But he's the only dentist you see 2, 3 chairs, get out of there quick. It's going to be painful. Dentists are tough because they only can make so much. They got a pair of hands. A lawyer, on the other hand, man, he's like a gold mine, that guy. He can bill you and bill you. You never can check what he's billing you, if it's right or it's wrong. He can bill you all day long. He can have 10 clients and that same day bill each one the same. You'll never find out. You're not going to argue with them. I mean, that's what you want to become. Unless you become a lawyer, that's the best profession in the world. That's the best profession in the world. Then learn how to invest. If you're going to try to create $639,000, you need to cover $51,000 a year to retire. You need $639,000 by the time you're 67. Where are you going to get that? You're going to get that at Phil's Gang. Why? Because we're going to show you how you just take one stock at a time with today's technology and its work. We've been here 15 years. It works. If you listened to me about, 2 months ago, when I told you to buy Caterpillar, if you recall, it was around, I think at that time, Caterpillar, it was around $80. And today, it's around $90. Just a little shy of $90, $80, $90. That's a 12.5% return. And that would have been since right around March, the end of March. So that's March, April, here we are, we're not even finished, we're May, just began May. What a nice return. What a nice return. It's all you had to do. And I would show you how to do it, because all you'd have to see is, look, on our PT2 chart, it was red. When it turns green, I tell you, okay, see how it turns green? Then I say, see how we had the crossover confirmation? Now you buy it. But here's the most important thing. You learn how, when you buy, you learn how to put in a stop, S-T-O-P, so that if it goes against you, you already know how much you're willing to lose. Your planner doesn't do that for you. Your money manager doesn't do that for you. He doesn't set it up and say, well, look, I'm going to make sure when I take your 10,000, 15, 20, 100,000, I'm going to guarantee you, I'm going to make sure that if it drops 5%, 8%, and then it kicks back, the money goes automatically back to you. They don't do that. They don't make money by doing that, giving you money back. They keep you in. The idea is they keep you in. Why? Because they make their money on the amount of money you have with them. So again, this thing with these 401ks doesn't work. Doesn't work. And as I said, so many people, 72% of the people in this country make $58,000 a year. You got to do something. So join the gang. Join the gang. And as far as this thing with the poor and this thing with Obama, his problem is he doesn't create enough jobs for us. He doesn't create enough jobs. We got to get good paying jobs. Poor is being a mindset. He's lying when he says, because of him, there are fewer poor, when in fact there's more poor. As I told you, there was 36 million poor in 1964. There's 47 million today. We have a lot of opportunity. You just got to go out and get it. And in the morning when you wake up and you say, you know what, I'm working somewhere. Wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to take the manager's job today. And then when you become manager, you say, you know what? I'm going to take the top manager's job who runs this store. And then when you get there, say, you know what? I'm going to end up being CEO of this company. Everybody has that opportunity if you want it. You got to get up every morning with a positive outlook and say, I'm going to be productive. But the problem with that, we have our government on the other side pulling you back. They're like pulling you down and saying, no, don't do that. No, don't get job locked. No, go home and practice the violin. Go home and practice artwork. We're going to take care of you. We're going to take care of all the programs. All the programs. You got all kinds of programs for you. Don't worry about it. I mean, do you ever see how many programs they have for the poor? General retirement disability insurance, federal employee retirement disability. You got more. You got food and nutrition assistance. You got housing assistance. You got you got more programs. And they're all duplicated. See, they're pulling on you. They're on one end pulling you in. They're saying, we need your vote, so we're going to give you everything. You haven't got to worry. We're going to take care of you. Don't go work. As long as you give us your vote. Join my gang tonight, Phil's Gang. Be positive. Join my gang and learn how to make money in the stock market. It's the best place in the world. It really is, if you know what you're doing.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.